Hi, I'm Leslie. Welcome to Yoga Sculpt. This is a yoga Pilates fusion using a resistance band. The resistance band that I'll be working with today is about 7 feet long. You'll want one that's a little taller than your height. I'm about 5 feet 9, so this is, as you can see, significantly taller than I am. And that's all the props that we'll need, just a mat and your band. So let's get started. So we'll start just holding on to the band about shoulder distance apart. And lately when I'm holding the band, I don't want to just grip it really tightly with my hands. I find that that creates some lingering tension in my forearms. So I'm just going to ball up the ends in my hands, and then I'm going to wrap the loose ends around until I have the desired width of the band. And that way my thumbs are free, my fingers are free, and there's less tension in the hands. So a little wider than shoulder distance apart, and let's start with the feet a little wider than hip distance apart and the arms up overhead. So I'll mirror you for this first one. So let's exhale and side bend over to the right. And then we'll lower all the way down. Knuckles can be on the floor. You can bend the knees here if you need to. And then push into the feet, come over to the left and come into a side bend. And inhale, let's come up. And on the same inhale, let's pull the band back behind you. And then reach up on the inhale, side bend to the right. Same exhale, come forward and down. And just pause here and take a few breaths in this forward fold. And then push into the feet. Let's come over to the left. Both arms over as you side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, pull the band back behind you. Now let's go the other way. Reach up through the arms, inhale. Exhale, side bend over to the left. And then you'll just let yourself come forward and just hang right down through center. Breathing here. Exhale. Push into the feet, bend the knees a little bit and come over, side bending to the right. Exhale here. Inhale, rise up. Pull the band back behind you. Last time, this is our warm-up. Reach up. Exhale over to the left. Same exhale, let's come forward and down, and then just breathe here. Knuckles are down on the ground. Bend the knees as much as you need to. You can also use yoga blocks under your hands. Push down into your feet and reach over to the right. Side bend and inhale, come up. Pull out on the band and pull it back behind you, and inhale, reach up, and then bring the band right in front. Okay, so now I'm going to face the front of my mat, and we're going to do something similar to that, but from a low lunge. So step to the top of your mat, keeping the same grip with the band, about shoulder distance apart, and let's inhale, reach up through the arms. Exhale, pull back on the band behind you. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, just come straight forward and down. Take another breath here. Inhale and exhale. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now we're going to move the body around in this circle here. So side bend over to the left. And in the same exhale, you come forward, band in front of the shin. Inhale, reach over to the right, and then draw back. So you're keeping some tension on the band. You go over to the left. Circle down on the exhale, come over to the right on the inhale, and pull back and go one more time around. So there's a lot of control here because it's a little bit wobbly. Balance is a little bit shaky, so just using your core control, pulling back on the inhale and over to the side, and then lower both of your hands down. Now hopefully your fingers are free. The band is just wrapped around the first knuckles there. So you can push your hands into the floor and come into a relatively standard downward facing dog. Can you spread the fingers wide here? If you've positioned the band just right, it should be around the base of the fingers, so you can spread the fingers and even the thumb, pushing the heels back. And then shift forward to plank pose. Inhale. Let's reach the right arm forward. And then turn your heels to the left and reach your right arm back behind you. Reach the right arm forward, heels come up, and lower the right hand down. And then the left arm reaches forward. You're in a plank pose here. And then as the heels roll to the right, you reach your left arm up, side plank. And then reach the left arm forward. Lower the hand back down. And again, arm up, first start in plank pose. Reach the arm forward. And then roll the heels to the left, reach your right arm up. Reach the arm forward, heels up. Lower the hand. And then left arm comes forward. Heels lower right, left arm reaches up and slightly back. And then reach the arm forward and lower the hand and come into downward facing dog. Pause here, spread the fingers, push the hands into the floor. Roll the inner edge of your shoulders forward so your triceps wrap around and under the arms. One more breath. Lower your knees down to the floor. You're going to rise up high through the arms, reach up through the arms. Take the band back behind you, all the way back, and then just unravel your hands once or twice or so you have more space in the band. And then we're going to check this out. We want to just give yourself a couple test runs here. We want the band to come right under the armpits, and then as you reach the arms forward, there's a little bit of resistance there for the chest muscles. So you can wrap your your hands around the band as much as you need. And I like to have the bands pushing into the knuckles. So once you get the resistance that you want, I'm going to wrap just one more time, get a little more resistance. Band comes right behind the back area. And then as you lean back, you push into the tops of the feet. You lean back in one straight line as your arms come forward, and inhale, your arms open up. So this is going to really get into the quadriceps here, working the quads. So just push into the tops of the feet as you lean back, and then send yourself forward as the arms widen. Exhale on your way back. Inhale, open your arms, hips forward, and then just keep going back and forth like this. The more you lean back, the more you have to use your quadriceps to brake yourself, so that you don't fall all the way back down. That's the work that's happening in the quads. Let's go 2 more. Open up as you inhale, and last one. And open up. Okay. Take the band lower back behind your hips. Wrap your hands around quite a lot so your hands are almost touching. And we're going to try to balance on the balls of our feet. So curl your toes under. Bring your legs together. It helps to squeeze your legs together for this. And then we're going to sit back on our heels. And as you lean back, lift your knees. And then can you balance on the balls of your feet? And then you're going to come into a forward fold. So heels down, hips lift up. Wrap the band up tight around your hands so your hands are nearly touching, and then let your arms come up and over. So you decide how much space is between your hands. If your shoulders are tighter, you're going to want more space between your hands. And letting the upper body just drape down onto the thighs. And then push down into the heels and come all the way up right through the spine. Give yourself a little more space in the band and reach the band up and over and in front of you. Okay, other side. So just step on up to the top of the mat. Start with the band. Remember, all you have to do is just wrap it around your hands until you're about shoulder distance apart in the band. And then here we go. Inhale, reach up through the band. Exhale, pull the band back behind you, open across the chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, come straight forward and down. Lengthen halfway forward, inhale, step the left foot back, lower the knee. Reach the arms up, inhale. Just double check that your fingers are free because we'll be in down dog shortly, and it's nice to spread the fingers. So reach up through the band. Side bend over to the right, exhale. Hinge forward and down. The band comes right in front of the shin, and then inhale, circle over to the left and pull back. Exhale over to the right. Lean forward and down. I know there's a lot of wobbling probably going on in your front foot. So you're really trying to use some smaller muscles to stabilize the body. Let's go one more time through. Try not to let your gaze move around the room. Keep your gaze steady. That will help with your balance. All right, lower your hands down to the floor. Downward facing dog. One of the nice things about the resistance band, there's a lot of nice things, but it gives you a little extra grip here in downward dog. So if your hands were maybe a little slippery, then having this resistance band layer between your hands and your mat helps with that slipperiness. Shift forward to plank inhale. All right, reach your right arm forward, a little different this time. Take your right arm out to the right. Reach it forward, lower the hand down. Reach the left arm forward. You can do this with knees down if you need to. Reach the band out to the left. Reach forward, lower the hand down. One more time each side. Right arm reaches forward, inhale, out to the side, exhale. Reach forward, inhale, lower the hand. Remember, knees can be down. Last time, inhale, left arm forward, left arm to the side, left arm forward, left hand down. Downward facing dog. Lower your knees down. Come up to high kneeling. Let's bring the band, just unravel it a little bit so you can bring it all the way up and around. And then we're going to go for the chest work again. So give yourself as much resistance as you need so that your arms can sweep forward and back parallel to the floor, and you have a little bit of strength work in the chest. All right, here we go. Reach the arms forward. Now bend the elbows, pull them in, and sit on your heels. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in as you sit back. Push forward, inhale, lean back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, elbows in. Push forward, lean back. Hips forward, elbows in. One more. Push forward, hips up. Lean back into the toenails. Come back forward, and elbows come in. Lower the arms down. Wrap your hands around the band until the band is really close in. Your hands are almost touching. Curl your toes under. Last time, coming into our toe squat. So you just lean back through the upper body, lift your knees, balance here. Start to extend the arms. The palms are facing your hips. And then lower the heels, lift the hips, and come into this forward fold. This is a nice stretch through the shoulders. Let the crown of the head soften down. Arms are moving away from your back. And then lift your head, rise up, release the wrap of your hands so you can bring the band up and around and in front of you. And then you'll unwrap your band from your hands. All right, we're going to move it down to the feet. So at this point, if the band has gotten sticky, if it's starting to wrinkle up, you can take some of those wrinkles out, particularly around the middle of the band, because we're going to step on the middle of the band. So I just want to get all of the length back in my band. My band is getting sticky. I don't know if that means that my band is old, but I love it, and I'm not going to get rid of it until it snaps in two. So we'll try to snap it in two today. So, okay, middle of the band comes onto the floor. You're going to step your right foot down onto the band. Actually, let's step both feet. Let's go for some quad work here. Let's step both feet down onto the band. I'll just face you for this one. And then bend your knees into a chair pose. Wrap a lot. And then hook the band up and over your shoulders like you're putting on a backpack. So the band is just coming right alongside your legs and then just coming into your squats. So weight is in your heels. When you look down, you should be able to see all 10 toes. So the weight is moving more back than it is forward. And I'll just turn to a little side view here. Weight in the heels, you're just sticking your bum back, sitting back, draw your belly in. And this band is just helping to create a little bit more load for us to press to more resistance when we stand up. So let's go for 4, 3, knees are moving back, 2, and last 1. All right, and just remove your backpack, and we'll just step the right foot onto the band. So I'll face you for this one too. So I'll mirror you for this one. All right, here's our sequence. We're going to bring the right hand onto the hip, and then as the right leg comes out to the side, push your left arm out to the side, and then reverse that. Swing your right leg left and your left arm to the right. And then you're going to step the right foot way out to the right and push your left arm across. Step back in, use both hands, bend your elbows, and push your right foot forward. Okay, let's do that again. Lower the foot down. Right hand on the hip, swing the right leg out and your left arm out, and then reverse that, left arm right. And then step the right foot out, bend the knee, push your left arm out, come back in, step in, and then pick up your right foot, push out, and let's go 3 times. 2, 1. Let's go 2 more times. So, right leg out to the right, left arm reaches, reverse the direction of your limbs, step the right foot way out, bend the knee, punch the left arm across, step it in, and let's go 4 times. Push, bending and pressing. Elbows bent. Last one. And we'll go 1 more time through. Right leg out, left arm reaches, and then cross it over the body. Step the right foot out wide, push the left arm across, step in 5 times. Bend the knee, bend the elbows, and just bend and straighten the leg. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. Other foot. So step the left foot down onto the band. Just hold the left hand by the hip here initially. And then let's extend the left leg and the right arm. Cross it across the body. Step the left foot way out to the left, bend the knee. It's like a side lunge. Push the right arm over and then step back in. Push up. Let's go 2 times. 1, bend elbows, 2. And again. Left leg out, right arm reaches out. Cross it over. Step the left foot out to the side, bend the knee, and push the arm across. Step back in, lift the leg 3 times, bend and press. 2, 1. I'm just going to choke up a little bit more. All right, and 2 more times. Left leg reaches, right arm out to the side, cross it across the midline, step the left foot out to the side, bend the knee, push the arm across, come back in, 3, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, bending and pressing outwards, 4. All right, last time. Leg and the arm reach outwards, and then they cross the midline, and then you step the left foot out, bend the knee, reach across with the right arm, step back in 5 times, bending and straightening. 3, 2, 1. Lower the foot down. Okay, so similar move, but now we're going to end up in more of a lunge. So I'm going to face the front of my mat and step the right foot down onto the band. This time we're going to cross the band once across the foot. Take your left leg back, choke up just a little bit. We're going to do a little tricep work. We're going to start in Warrior 3. So left leg comes back, the toes point down, level your hips, and keep your arms straight, but just lift and lower them halfway. Keep resistance on the band. Your palms are facing in towards you, and you're just pushing out through the knuckles, keeping the arms straight, bend and press. And then come back down with the left foot. Bring the right leg up, similar to what we did before, but this time, the arms come straight up, more resistance, and then bend and press your right leg. Just like we did, but we have more resistance in the band this time. 2, 1, and we'll do that again. Step the right foot down, take your left leg back, Warrior 3. Keep the arms straight, lift and lower them. Just lower them enough so that there's still tension in the band. Your hips are level, your back toes are pointed down. 3, 2, 1. Come in, step the left foot down. Pick the right knee up. Arms reach up high this time. Bend and press. Push straight out and forward into the band. Stay upright in the spine. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1.
step the foot down. Now your left foot is going to step over the cross of the band, and your right leg comes back into a lunge. And we're going to need a lot of length here because we're going to be reaching the arms forward. So keep the arms straight and just press them straight forward and up. So we're not punching the arms forward. We keep locked out through the elbows, and you're just reaching one arm forward and then the other. Now if you want to get more into the lats, the long muscles that run up and down the back, lean forward a little bit. It's going to get you more resistance in the band because it has farther forward to go. And you're still alternating, reaching one arm straight forward towards the wall in front of you, and then the other. Let's go one more. Come upright, bring your right arm up, and lean over to the left. Your left arm is just hanging down alongside your hip, and then come back up, inhale, and you're going to lower your bottom knee and lower your hands, and you'll step the front foot back until both knees are down. We're going to come into a plank pose. So I'm going to adjust the band here so it's wrapped just one time around each hand, and then I can pin the end down with my hand flat, with your hands flat on the ground. Okay? So fingers are free, the band is wrapped around that knuckle there, and then you're going to come into a plank pose. We're going to do some plank variations. You can always do this with your left knee on the ground if you'd like to. So bend the right knee in, extend it back. And again, bend it, extend back, stay in plank if you can, bend. Do one more, bend and extend. Now both toes down and lower your left knee down. Now we're going to keep the right knee bent, and we're just going to kick the foot up towards the ceiling. Bring the knee down and level. Kick the foot up towards the ceiling, keep the knee bent. Lower the knee, and go for two more, and last one. Same thing, plank pose, bend the right knee, pull it in towards you, and extend the leg back. 3, 2, you can always have the left knee down, 1, push it back. Now we'll all lower the left knee down, keep the right knee bent, and push the sole of the foot up, and then bring the knee down. Push back and up. And 2. And last 1. There we go. Straighten both legs. Plank pose. You're going to hold on to the band. Lower your heels to the left. Take your right arm up. And now bend your knees a little bit so you shift your hips back. And then straighten your legs and reach your top arm up and over. Side plank. Bend your knees, bend your top elbow. Straighten your legs, reach your top arm over. Have your left bicep rotating forward. Bend your knees, bring the elbow in. Straighten the legs, push out. One more. Bend the knees, elbow comes to the waist. And then press out long. Lower the hands down. There we go. Lower your knees down. And hold on to the band, and let's come on up. Let's just place the band. Let's take the right leg out to the side. And just hold on to both ends of the band in your right hand. I'm just angling myself a little bit so you can see better what's going on. The left hand's going to come down to the floor, and you pick up the right leg. Now you can wrap the band, both ends of the band around your hand if you want to, so you're not you don't have a death grip on the band. But you want to have a lot of resistance. The leg is strong and it can handle quite a lot. So left hand down under the shoulder, and let's just lift and lower the right leg. And I'm just keeping my elbow bent, and my hand is in close to the shoulder here. Keep the left glutes engaged and tucked under you. Your left hand can be on a block if you prefer. And then keep the leg up high, and then bend and press. Bend and straighten. Straight away from you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg straight and circle it. Little circles facing away from you, leg is directly out of the hip socket, and then go around the other way. Place the foot down, come on upright, release the band from your foot, and just come into a downward facing dog with no band at all. Just a regular yoga-like downward dog. Pushing the hands into the floor, reaching the thigh creases back.
And then we'll walk the feet to the top of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Just breathe deeply into the back of your lungs here. Let the head release. Do one more breath. And hold on to the band, and as you inhale, let's rise back on up. Okay, left leg. So find the center of your band. Step the left foot down onto it. Cross the band once. And here we go. We're going to start with our warrior 3. So I'm going to just wrap the band around the knuckles once or maybe twice, depending on how long your band is. And then you'll take your right leg back, warrior 3, the toes point down, the hips are level. Your hands point in towards your hips. And then just straight, with the straight arms, you just reach them back behind you. Keep tension on the band. Keep pressing out through the sole of your right foot. It's your lifted foot. In 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Place the right foot down. Let's bring the left knee up. Reach the arms as high up as you can, and then bend and press. So you're pushing the leg forward about 45 degrees forward of you. The knee comes in towards you. This is probably more work for your lats than it is for your thigh, but it's getting some of the leg muscles. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Place the foot down. Warrior 3. Left foot down, right leg back. Arms stay straight, lift and lower. And make sure your back leg is active, so you're flexed at the ankle. You're pushing the sole of the foot towards the wall behind you. 3, 2, 1. Come up, place the right foot down. Last time, lift the left knee up, reach the arms up high, bend and straighten the left leg. Push straight out into the band. If you have a tough resistance band, your back muscles might be shaking right now. Mine are on the verge of shaking. I've got a medium tension resistance band. Last one. Place the foot down. Okay. Cross your right foot over, or step your right foot over the cross of the band, and then bring your left foot back to a lunge. We're going to be reaching the arms forward again. So lean forward. Actually, let's take the arms out wide. So lean forward, and you're going to move both arms simultaneously. Pull them out wide. So you're hinged forward from the spine. You have the right knee directly over the heel. And rather than reaching straight forward, we're just going out to the side with the arms. And we're moving the arms simultaneously this time. And because we're doing pretty much double the amount of work because the arms are moving at the same time, we'll do fewer reps. So let's go for 3, 2, the palms face down, 1, and come up. Reach up through the left arm, straight up to the ceiling, and then side bend over to the right. Your right arm is just hanging down by your side. Find that 90-degree bend in your front knee, straight through the back leg as much as you can. And then come back up, inhale. Lower your back knee down first. Both hands come down, and you bring your right knee down. So both ends of the band, one end is on either side of my left knee here. And I'm just going to pin the band down on the floor, and to get a little bit of extra grip on the band, I'm going to wrap it once around my hands, and then I'm going to pin the band down, and I'm going to keep my fingers spread. So you don't really have to grip the band with your fingers. All right, here we go, plank pose. And again, optional, right knee can be down. So pull the left knee in towards you and press back. Go 3 more times. Press back. Inhale forward, exhale back, and last one. Exhale back. Lower the knees down, especially the right knee under the hip. Keep the left knee bent and just press the foot up and bring the knee back in. Press the foot up. Try not to hyperextend the low back. So keep your lower belly engaged. And one more. So the low back stays neutral. Same thing, one more round. Plank pose. Bend the left knee and push straight back. Stay in plank pose. Your left leg is hovering the whole time. And one more.
lower the knees down. And last one like this. You're going to keep the left knee bent and just push up through the foot and lower the knee. And just make sure you're not really back bending here. So use your core muscles to protect the low back. Your low back is not moving. One more. And lower the foot down. Okay, come on up. Almost there. So let's take left leg out to the side. And I'm just going to hold both ends of the band in my left hand and bring the right hand down to the floor. You can use a block under the right hand if you need it. I'm just going to wrap around once, around the knuckles, and lift the leg and pull the hand in close towards the shoulder. So there is some bicep work going on here. It's isometric tension. Lift and lower the left leg. Keep your right hip moving forward so you're tucking the right glutes under you, stabilizing the hips. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bend the knee and push straight back. Bend the knee, push straight away from you. Keeping a lot of resistance in the band. The more, the better. As if your goal is to try to snap your band in two. It has happened. And 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs straight out to the side. Circle it. Keep pushing out into the band. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Place the left foot down, unravel the hand, remove the band. All right. And just sit back on your heels and interlace the fingers in front of you and push your palms forward. Draw the chin in towards you. Reach your arms up overhead. Look up. A big C-shaped arch in your back. And then a camel pose. Come on upright. Hands face up. They're on the back of your hips. Fingers point up. Pin the elbows back behind you. Firm your thighs. Press your hips forward. Draw the tailbone down. Lift the heart up. And then let's come on down to a seat. All right. So from here, we're going to place the center of the band around the right foot. Right foot only. Cross the band once. Okay? And we're going to do a little sequence here. So here we go. We're going to lift the right leg, arms reach straight up, and keep the leg straight and just lift and lower it. We did something like this with a bend and press, but now it's just straight leg. Straight up and down. And then sit in the middle of your mat if you're not already. And then when the leg comes up, roll down onto your back. Place the hands down on the floor. Have the left foot right under the knee, and then push up into a bridge with your right leg going straight up. Lower the hips. Right leg up as you lift the hips. Lower down. So the resistance here is creating extra work for your glutes to push your hips up into bridge. Go one more. Lower the hips. Bend the elbows, hands in towards your shoulders. Press yourself back up into boat. And with your left foot just lightly on the floor, lifting and lowering your right leg. Your right leg stays straight. Keep a lift through the spine so you're not just slouching backwards. Go for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, pull the elbows in, roll yourself down. Bring the left foot under the knee, arms come down down to the floor. Push up into bridge with the right leg up and lower the hips. 2, 3, 4. All right. Straighten your left leg on the floor. You have a cross of the band. The band is crossed around the foot. And take your arms as wide as they'll go to the side. And then we're going to just move the right leg around in big, wide circles. And if you want a little bit of extra oomph here, you can hover the left heel off the floor. So both legs are straight. Right leg is moving in slow, controlled circles. The knuckles are pressing down, knuckles of your hands pressing down. Maybe you're hovering the left heel. Circle your right leg the other way. It's a lot of extra work if you're hovering your left leg. Last one. Okay. You're going to just uncross the band and switch feet. Bring the left foot into the band, cross it, place the right foot down under the knee. Choke up if you want to. Pull yourself up. Take the arms up and just lift and lower the left leg. The leg is straight. You're pointing the foot. Stay long through the spine, leaning back just a little bit of core here. Mostly the work is in the back. A little bit in the leg too. And then you're going to bend the elbows, roll back down, position the right foot under the knee, arms are down to the floor, create maximum resistance here, and then you're just going to lift the hips up. So you're pushing straight down into the right foot, lifting the left foot up towards the ceiling, and getting a stretch in the band as the hips come up. And one, lower down. Bend the elbows, pull yourself back upright, one more go round. So just straightening, keeping the front leg straight, lifting and lowering, and then just try not to slouch back through the spine. Stay long in the spine. Your right foot is just lightly placed on the floor. Last one. Bend the elbows, roll onto your back, right foot directly under the knee, push up. Keep the arms down on the floor, so you're just pinning the band down to create more resistance as the hips lift and lower. 2, 1. Hips all the way down. Extend your right leg forward. And now you still have that cross of the band at your foot. Take your arms out wide. Hold onto the band. The knuckles are down. Circle nice and slow through the left leg. Oh boy, can you hover the right heel? I had to take a deep breath for that one. And the wider the circle of the left leg, the more this is going to get into the lower abdominal muscles. And let's circle the other way. Can you keep breathing here? Try not to hold the breath. You can always lower the right heel down if it's too much. You'll still get a good abdominal workout. Yes, bring it up. Release the band. Nice job. That's it. Let's stretch it out. We'll use the band to stretch. We'll just use it like a yoga strap. So you're going to double it up so you've got a lot more resistance, and then place the doubled up band around the ball of your right foot. Extend the left leg forward, and then just let your hands just drag down on the band. So you're just getting some stretch there through the hamstrings. Try to keep your hips level so your right hip is moving away from you. Push the inner ball of the right foot into the band, like you're stepping on a gas pedal. And then we'll switch feet. Bring your left foot up, replace the right foot with your left foot, and it goes right around the ball of the foot, the band. Extend the right leg down and forward. And then just let your hands just be heavy on the band here to create a little bit of drag. Level out through the hips. The big toe should be pointing right beyond the left shoulder. And then let's release the band from the foot. We won't need it anymore, so just hug the legs in towards you, rock a little bit from side to side. We're going to come up to seated, and we'll stretch through the upper back. So hands to the sides of your thighs and just rock forward and back a few times, and on the third time up you'll stay up in a seat and with your feet on the floor, and your knees are bent. So cross your forearms and hold on to the front of the shins just below the knees with your forearms crossed. Hold on tight, and then just let your upper back just lean. Let yourself just lean back. Your arms are super straight, and you're feeling your shoulder blades expand on the upper back. Chin tucks in. And then let's come up and cross the forearms the other way. Hold on to the front of the shins right below the knees. Let the arms go straight as the spine just goes back, rounds back. One more breath. And then come up, and then we'll stretch the other part of the shoulder, the front of the shoulder. So bring the hands to the floor behind you, turn the fingers out, feet to the floor, and you'll just lift up through the heart, bend your elbows, push into the inner edge of your hands, lift up through the heart. Keep the hips down. There's a little bit of a massaging work here, so I'm lifting up through the heart away, and then I just drop the back of the heart down a little bit, kind of get a little bit more bend in the elbows, and then lift up into the heart and keep a little bend in the elbows, but the arms get a little bit more straight. And then let's lower onto the back. We'll do one more stretch here. So we did a little bit of work in the quads, so just roll over onto one side, hold on to your top foot, and pull the heel in towards your hip. So you're sending your kneecap directly away from the crown of the head, pulling the thigh slightly back and the heel in close. And then you'll release that foot, and you'll roll over onto the other hip. You can have the elbow down on the floor, and then just hold on to the top foot and pull the heel in close towards the hip. The knee is pointing directly away from the crown of your head. So try not to have the knee pointing up. It's pointing straight forward. Get a little resistance between the hand and the foot. That'll help to get better stretch through the quads. And then you'll release that and roll onto your back. Let's just do one brief little settling here, coming into, and this is totally optional. If the inner groins are tight, you can just have your legs straight. If this feels okay for the inner groins and the inner thighs, you bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together and your knees are wide. And then close your eyes and let your hands just rest on your abdomen. Actually, before you do that, take your arms up into the air and circle through the wrists. I was trying to avoid creating tension in the hands the way we were holding the band. Circle the other way. But sometimes there is some unavoidable tension from gripping the band, so we're just trying to release that. And then just move around into the fingers, and then curl it into a ball and draw the fingers down towards the inner forearms. And then do the opposite, flex at the wrists, so you're pulling back through the fingers, and then shake them out. And now let the hands rest on the lower abdomen, let the elbows be on the floor, your eyes are closed. And just let the bones of your body just soften down here for a moment. Let the knees just splay out wide and let gravity take over. And just notice the breath starting to smooth out and to fill out and to slow down. You're not trying to control your breath at all, you're just observing it. You're creating the space for your breath to be full by reducing tension and gripping of any muscles in the abdomen and the chest and the shoulders. So try to soften the physical body so that the energetic body, which the breath is part of, the energy body can start to expand. Couple more breaths here. And then you'll roll over to one side. Use your hands to press yourself up to seated and bring the hands together at the heart. Close your eyes. Bow the head to your heart. And lift your gaze. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.